Hello, everybody. You're tuned into The Remedy. I'm Valerie V here with Simone and Yvette Monet and our special guest, Manolo Rose.
Yeah, what's up, man?
So today, Manolo's going to be here talking to us about his music and different things like that. He has the Concrete Rose, Soul of a Rose. He's trending. He's playing all over. He has his music playing in different states. So why don't you just introduce yourself for those people who don't know who you are? Just say some of the things you've done, some of your music. And
I'm Manolo Rose. You know what I'm saying? You might know me from records like Super Flexin', All About the Money, Run Ricky Run, Brinks Truck, Joints with French Montana, The Old Man Wildin' on the Diddy remix. And a bunch of other stuff that I can't even remember.
A million and one things, because he's done it all pretty much, ladies and gentlemen. He's done it all.
Trying to.
You're doing it. You're doing it. Because I've seen you in South by Southwest. I've seen you in A3C. I've seen you in a couple of different places really doing your thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So just tell us a little bit about how you started your career and, just talk about your growth into where you are today.
Well, I started like, I came in, basically with the record, All About the Money with Troy Ave. You know what I'm saying? My homie and mine produced that record. I did the hook on there, wrote some of the lyrics for him as well. You know what I mean? And, just started from right there. And then once I did that, then it just gave me a platform to, just put my own stuff out. You know what I'm saying? That's when I put out Run Ricky Run, and everything just started happening from there.
And the reception from Run Ricky Run was crazy.
Right, yeah, definitely.
I mean, everybody was, singing a song, and it came from the movie, and it was just, so it was real creative. You actually had a lot of things that happened in your childhood. A lot of people don't know about your upbringing, so could you just let people know about that and more?
Yeah. I was, a young dude. You know what I'm saying? Marcy Projects. You know what I mean? Just running around, just doing whatever. Whatever it was that I was doing. Stupid shit too. You know what I'm saying? Just like gang banging, dumb stuff like that. Also just living life.
Finding yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them things. You know what I mean? When you're trying to, really figure it out.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily figure it out, but in a way, learning how to survive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing certain things just to survive in the environment that you're in.
Right.
Definitely.
How do you think those experiences help shape you? I mean, gangbanging and everything like that. It could shape you in a negative way or a positive way, and clearly you're an example of a positive outcome. So how did that shape you in that way?
Well, I mean, one thing that shows you, you know what I'm saying, that they don't really. I mean, because it is a negative aspect of life, but at the same time, it teaches you camaraderie. It teaches you, how to have just family values, you know what I'm saying, in a sense, right? And in the sense of loyalty, you know what I mean? But definitely, you can take some positive aspects from it, you know what I mean? Because even a broke clock is right twice, in the daytime. You know what I mean? In the day, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So at the end of the day, you could take some things from that, and that's some of the things that I've taken from it and just applied it to, how I, conduct myself and, as far as with my own team and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So a lot of what you learned and what you experienced just kind of carried over into your life currently and some of your music, right?
Right, yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to always play a part in the music because, it's about my own life experiences and the things that I've went through and the things that I've endured, you know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, just using it to tell my own story, you know what I'm saying? I think because everybody has their own story. Everybody's story is unique to themselves because it also, everybody's stories it affects you in your own way, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's not going to be affected exactly the same way by the same things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's why you might have some people, like, you might have went through the same thing somebody else went through, and they might have killed themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and you went through the exact same thing, but you're still here. You're,
Absolutely.
So definitely.
I mean, I guess the experiences that you've had, whether they, to some people may be considered negative or positive, definitely built your character.
Yeah.
Things like that, they build character. They contribute to, the way you carry yourself, the way you move, the way you contribute. And it definitely, I believe, contributed to your success.
Right, definitely. Because it only makes you, just that much stronger. If you properly channel the energy in a good direction, you know what I'm saying? Because you can make it go left, you know what I'm saying, if that's what you choose to do, or you can make it go in the right direction and actually spin off and make it right, So it's all about what you gonna do with it. You know what I'm saying? And I just chose to do something positive. You know, not saying that, you know, hopefully everybody else would, you know, can use me as an example and do the same thing. But, you know, life is life, and people going to be people, and they're going to do whatever it is that they want to do at the end of the day.
So would you necessarily call yourself like a role model for all the young boys out in Marcy Projects?
Well, it all depends on what you mean when you say the word role model. Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, for those young boys who were, you know, like out gangbanging, doing the wrong thing, trying to find themselves as a young black male. So. Well,
I mean, you can use me in the sense of, in that sense, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm not like the person that you want to say like, well, I want to be just like him, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the same old me at the same time, because I'm not gonna be the person I ain't no preacher or nothing. I ain't like no you know what I'm saying, no angel out here just walking around. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? No, I just want to clarify that, because you know, I think that sometimes we use certain words, you know what I'm saying, and these words are like relative to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what you really mean by it. And then if you say like a person should just watch me and be like, let me just duplicate everything he's doing, nah, I ain't that. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you mean. But if you mean it in the sense that, you know, a person can use my story and say, like, you know what, I could do something like that and make mine go right. You know what I'm saying? If his went right, then yeah, definitely that. Yeah.
Now you mentioned your start with Troy Ave and your first single and everything like that. But what got you to that point? I mean.
Oh, you know, just like really being honest with you, like I was running around with a friend of mine doing a bunch of like indie rock stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't even really doing music then at that time, but I used to you know, just run around with him, and he was performing. You know what I'm saying? And doing a ton of shows and stuff like that, because he was like he was getting like kind of a lot of exposure in that type of scene. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. You know, so I was running around with him, and then when I started to actually do music myself, you know, he used to let me, you know, come out and, you know, perform on some of his sets and stuff like that. And then my other homie Skrilla, he used to like put shows together for me, and it was like 3 of us. It was like a little group that we had or whatever. That's how we kind of got started doing stuff like that. So I went around with him, and then from there, just recording with different people. Then, you know what I'm saying, then they heard a record that a homie of mine named Ack, he was like DJing one of their barbecues for BSB or something like that. Like, and then he just played the record for them. They loved the record, you know what I'm saying? Because it was my own version firsthand called Dope Man, and they just loved it. And they was like, yo, we just, you know, can we have the record? Right. And there was a whole bunch of stuff, you know, in the midst of that. But yeah, that's pretty much.
So at what point in your upbringing did you realize, like, you know what, I have something special here. This is something that I feel like I need to be doing with my life. Like, obviously I'm doing something good. People are giving me positive feedback. What moment was that for you? I don't even really I don't even really know the answer to that question. And the reason being is that, you know, certain things just occur. You know, I can't even tell no one exactly how to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know a lot of this stuff, it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit just gotta just happen. The stars have to align. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people always tell you, like, you know, because you ever noticed how people they'll see something, like, say for instance, right, just to give an example, you might see a show like Money and Violence, right? Yeah.
Right? And then as soon as they see, like, all right, well, Tidal picked them up, shit like that, you want to see 50 people try to do the same type of thing, and belief in their head that Tidal gonna come get them. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You honestly, you do. But it's just not. It's just a reality that it's not gonna happen. So I don't even know. You know, it's probably just, you know, just seeing things occurring for myself, and then realizing that, you know, once everything started to like happen, and, you know, the first time I ever heard myself on the radio and stuff like that, I was just like, damn, you know, maybe I can do this, because I haven't been doing this that long. It's only been 2 years. You know what I'm saying, that I've been doing this. So it just happened. You know what I'm saying? And once it happened, from there, I just was like, you know what? This shit might go work, you know what I'm saying? And I just went from there.
Yeah. I mean, and things are still currently happening for you.
Right,
now.
Definitely, yeah.
Your career is growing so much. For someone who's kind of seen your career from the more beginning stages to now, it's like, you know, congratulations to you and everything that's happening for you.
Yeah.
I mean, moving on, you have a Brinks truck single out right now, featuring French Montana. So tell us a little bit about the record.
Well, yeah, you know that it was just a spin-off from like a Tupac sample that my homie 183rd had produced, and then we just flipped like I just flipped like a Manny Fresh hook, and then just went from there. You know, so French just heard it, because at first we originally had the record. It was me, Smoke Diz, and Problem from Cali or whatever. So we had that going. It was going like that, and then French heard the record and was like, "Yo, let me jump on the record or whatever." And I was like, "All right, well, cool." So when he jumped on, I just threw a verse on it myself, because originally I didn't even have a verse on it, and then I just did it from there. And then it just kind of went from took off from right there.
Yeah, and the song's doing really, really well.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I hear it a lot. I've heard it in a couple of different places. People actually know the music, but I could not have you come to an all-female show, Manolo, and not talk about some of your verses on the Brinks truck.
Right.
You know what I'm getting into.
You're talking a lot about what type of woman you want, and not wanting a Beyonce, but a similar version of her in the Coke bottle form.
Right.
So I mean, how much of that is accurate? Is that what you're really looking for?
Right now, yeah, definitely. Because it's one of them things, man. When you in this life, you know what I'm saying, you coming across so many different things, and it's like, I would be a fool, or I wouldn't even want to do that to no female that to lie to myself and be like, I'm ready to just stop, and you know what I'm saying, and then just, you know what I'm saying.
At least you're
I
keeping it
drag
real.
nobody around, you know what I mean? No, definitely. I wouldn't want to do that to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't cool. You know what I mean? I'm just one of them guys where I'm gonna be, straightforward and honest. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, if you with it, you with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like, cause me personally, I like having more of an understanding than anything else. I can't take titles. I don't know how to cause to me it feel like once you put the stamp on something, it kind of like box it in. You notice how all the fun start getting sucked out when you start trying to say yo, this is what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Shit start just evaporating. You know what I'm saying? The dates start coming less. You know what I'm saying? When you try doing three or four dates a week, shit turn to 2. You know what I mean? 2 turn to 1. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we, you know what I'm saying, the crazy shit is we might be playing boyfriend and girlfriend the whole time, you know what I'm saying? In our act, we might be acting it out. Yeah. Just might not be saying it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So do you have anyone that you're dating right now? Are you single? Are you in the mix?
I'm single, you know what I'm saying? To a degree, I guess you could say.
To a degree.
I don't
even know what that means.
What does that mean? You have to clarify that for us.
Single-ish?
Yeah, single-ish. When you start trying to
You sampling? You doing a little fizz, you just sampling?
Right, you sampling, you know what I'm saying? You moving around, I have a few women that I,
So when are you gonna get to your main course? When is that gonna happen?
Man, I don't know, man.
You feel like there's a set time, or you just going with the flow right now?
Nah, I'm just going with the flow. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna go with the flow, cause I'm not gonna be the person telling myself yo, man, I'm 30, son, man. I'm gonna just get it. Nah, I'm not doing that. Cause it's
think it's hard in this industry?
I'm not gonna be looking for nobody.
You think it's hard in this industry to find somebody who's genuine?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Because at the same time, because when you moving around, you know what I'm saying, and you running from state to state and so forth and so on, you don't know who the hell really with you and who not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then that's why you see a lot of rappers, right? They end up being with strippers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the stripper's damn near your coworker. You feel me?
I see to a certain extent.
I kind of understand what
to a certain extent.
No, you don't have to break it down.
No, because I'm not. It's like boom. You gotta really look at it like this, right? It's like any other job, right? Because say if you're a musician or whatever, right? Right now, currently in hip hop, you know what I'm saying, the majority of the after the shows and shit. So most of the time is at strip clubs, you know what I'm saying? The after parties is mostly at strip clubs, right? So okay, let's say you're a rapper, right? And you're doing a ton of shows, right? And then you're doing strip clubs at night, right? Who are you around?
Right.
The strippers.
And now they working too. You at work and they at work. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all both working at the same places. You feel me?
But I mean, once
they like your co-workers and shit.
Once you get with her, though, don't your mindset change? I mean, now other dudes is looking at her the same way you just was.
Of course. I mean, see, I don't know about everybody else, but me personally, I'm just not the kind of person that I don't get jealous over like shit like that. Like it doesn't bother me at all. Like I'm one of them kind of people like I kind of rather like open relationships, you know what I'm saying?
Like Will and Jada?
I was just about to say.
I get, you know what I'm saying? Because me personally, like I feel like, because people are people, man, and you're not gonna tell me that when you got with this guy, there was no other guy you seen. It was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I wish, or you might just go ahead and go do it. You feel me? Yeah. Because it just felt right at the time. That don't mean you gotta love him, and that don't mean that you want to be with him. You still might want to be with me, and you still gonna love me. You feel me? So it's all about that. My thing with cheating is that. You feel me? Like this how I feel like this how you cheating, right? All right, boom. If I call you and you with a guy, right? Say you with your side joint or whatever, and I hit you up and you don't answer, then you cheating. You feel me? Then you cheat, but if you pick up and be like, yo, I'm with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, when you done, hit me.
Right.
See, you're not, because you sneaking at that point.
See. Okay.
But don't you want someone who's gonna fully commit to you and just like
be all about you?
Okay, but how all right, what makes the commitment any less? Where's the commitment done at? Is the question.
I mean, she has her other focus on another dude.
Right. I mean, it's
at the
focus
time.
It's
too.
Exactly. If it's
because you're saying that you can't. So you're saying that a person can't focus on another person
while they have everything else going. You working.
Right.
You got friends, family.
Right.
Plus, you got two dudes. I think that's not hard to juggle.
Just stretching
no, it's
yourself
not. Because I'm gonna be honest.
Yourself.
Oh man. I don't think so. Look, I'm gonna tell you why. All right. So let me ask you this then. Okay. Has it been times where you wasn't with your man or whatever, and been doing something else, even if it's something simple as being at home?
Yeah.
All right. So if you could focus on the TV for a few hours, you could focus on another guy for a few hours. It wouldn't take no time from
I wouldn't do that to someone else because I wouldn't want someone to do that to me.
Exactly.
The same respect that I give you, if you're my man, I'm going to give you that respect.
Very
the
true.
same respect that I want back.
But I think what he's saying
what I'm saying is I don't see that as a form of disrespect.
Okay.
It only turns to disrespect when it becomes a secret and you hiding it. To me, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, so if it's like if I'm hitting you and you like, I don't want to let you know, like you whispering, that mean you hiding from him. So that means he knows nothing about me. You feel me?
Right.
So then if he knows nothing about me, then I'm not your man. He's your man in reality.
So basically, as long as all parties can agree.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
You got it.
We gotta walk in that. We gotta walk in a relationship knowing that we all have this common understanding, whatever that may be.
I mean, I think.
You know what I'm saying?
The industry that you're in,
ball
players, rappers, people who are in the limelight. At the end of the day, females that decide to commit and be with you guys, they understand that what comes with that type of lifestyle. I'm not saying that you guys all do it. There are a lot of you guys that are faithful, committed, whatever the case is. It doesn't speak to your character, but they understand what they're getting themselves into when they put themselves.
That's
in
what they say.
Basketball wives, so they know what it is at the end of the day.
I mean, that's what they say.
There's millions of females that are outside your door waiting for you. They down by your car waiting for you. They know they get your phone number, whatever the case is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, right? That's what they say. They say they understand until
feelings
shit get real.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Once it get real, the understanding goes out the window. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think with proper communication, you know what I'm saying, and letting that person know what's actually going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and not keeping them in the dark is the way to go. To me, you feel me? Because now we might not even be cheating, but we still have to have a common understanding as to what we're actually doing and what's going on at each and every step of the way. You feel me? Because even if it's not about cheating or being with another woman or you being with another guy, just having a common understanding amongst us as to what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? As long as just to stay on the same page. I think a lot of times what happens in relationships is that you get to a point where you think it's one way and the guy think it's another and vice versa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Clear
it's like
misunderstanding.
we're not even communicating anymore about you know what I'm saying? You might be feeling a way about the fact that you're not dating enough, you're not going out enough, or the sex isn't right, or so forth and so on. And then he might think shit is going right. You know what I'm saying? So he playing it one way, you playing it another way. So I think the only way to eliminate that problem is have proper communication.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, do you guys agree?
Yeah, I totally agree.
definitely.
Just proper communication, just being open and honest at the end of the day.
Right.
So then that means that Manolo, when it comes to a time, you'll find that right person you could commit to.
Yeah, I think
Later down the road.
yeah, but see, I don't, you know what I mean? Because I'm just saying, like, commitment to me is just different.
Okay. But how old are you now?
I'm 27.
Okay.
So I have a
So
different,
you
I have a
got-
different form.
Yeah.
I have a different
Yeah.
form of commitment to me personally. You feel me? Because it's like you can commit and be like, you know, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I think commitment is like just knowing that I love you and you love me, and then we're
Just rocking with
Everybody
each other.
different.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
Yeah.
different.
I just think that love just has to be there. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
most important part to me.
Of course.
I
You know-
think Manolo, you just want everything that happened to like just organically happen at the end of the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I do.
I personally
So-
feel like right now you should be focusing on your career anyway.
Right.
Because it's cooking right now.
Right,
So-
definitely. So you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it wouldn't be no one that's getting in my way of me doing what I have to do, as far as work related wise. But at the same time, right? At the same time, I just feel like, yo, you know, I wouldn't. As long as just let everything happen on its own, you know, and at the same time, like I said, you know, we can do what it is that we want, whatever it is that we think is right at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just let it happen. I think when you try to go in somewhere, you try to force it because you worrying about what other people think, then
That's when
shit just
things
ain't gonna
go
go
wrong.
right.
Yeah.
Right? It just ain't gonna go right. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, you heard it first here at
Right.
The Remedy. Okay, Mr. Manolo Rose talking about love and relationships. And ladies, you already heard. It is what it is. He just wants a clear understanding. So
Right.
right now what we're going to do is we're going to let DJ L play a couple of songs of Manolo Rose's songs. We're going to start off with Bring Struck and we're going to move on from there. So
Right.
we'll be right back. So stay tuned into The Remedy. Locked in here with me, Yvette, Simone, and Manolo Rose.
Uh-huh.
Hello, everybody. You're tuned into The Remedy. I'm Valerie V here with Simone and Yvette Monet and Mr. Manolo Rose.
Yeah.
So we're back again. Before the break, we were talking about love, relationships, and all of that stuff. So now we want to get into a little bit about, you know, Mr. Manolo's character.
Uh-huh.
He definitely was here, you know, shedding a lot of things. And a lot of people don't realize, truthfully, you know, how in-depth you are. Like, you do a
Right.
lot of reading.
Yes, definitely.
And that's something that a lot of people don't know. So talk about maybe some of the books that you're reading now.
Right now I'm like getting heavy into like the Moorish Science Temple of America and stuff like that. You know, just like the indigenous movement in this country. You know what I'm saying? And just doing that right now. Like we working on, you know, just stuff like far as like you know what is your status in this country, far as like what do we call ourselves, far as like nationality wise, right? As a black person, because you can't be black because that's a color.
Right.
You understand what I'm
completely
saying?
agree.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we at a
agree.
point right now. It's like what do we actually refer to ourselves as?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a very great question in the sense of because in order to be a people in any society, in order to do trade in the world, you have to be recognized as something, right? So you know, and this is a age old question that if you read anything from from the 1885s from Edward Wilmot Blyden and stuff like that, he was even, you know, speaking in the sense of, you know, nationality and what do we call ourselves now. Some people propose out here that we call ourselves Moorish Americans and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't know anything about it until you just told me.
Right,
about
right.
it, so I learned a little bit about
Yeah,
that.
because you know it's
I
one of
definitely
them
wanna
things
look into
like
that
yeah,
now.
definitely you should. I mean, because it's a thing where you have you know, far as like the records in this country, you know, is at times where people this is something that we have been known as a people for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen like the Moors that ruled Spain? You ever read, you know, anything on that? You know, because they ruled Europe for maybe like 900 years and stuff like that. And they were known as Moors, and they, you know, that's how they were known throughout the world. And a lot of us that came from, you know, a lot of the slaves that came from a region where the empire at that time that we were under was Morocco and Mauritania, and this is what they would call Moors. Now, the first Morocco being the first country first empire to recognize America as its own, and that's why we still have an existing treaty from amongst Morocco to this day. From then, so it was people that was here that were known as being that. So.
And French is from Morocco.
Yo,
he's
he's from Morocco.
He's Moroccan, so you guys probably have deep conversations about
this
type of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, me and French, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just like one of them dudes, man, where we just sit down and talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cool guy like that. But yeah, back onto that. That's what I'm kind of like really into right now. Just really researching and digging into that in that sense, because it's like, I mean, it's a thing because, somebody asks you, like, what do you are? Like, what do you say? Like, if somebody says
African American.
Okay. What do you say?
African American.
All right, but that's a continent.
Right.
Me? You wanna? I say I'm Haitian American.
Okay, see?
Yeah.
All right, see that now if you say African American, right? That's a continent. So you can't be, it's still got to be a designated place.
I think I see what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think I see what you're saying.
It still has to be a designated place. You can't just say like you from the continent. That shit is big as shit.
Right.
And it got so many different.
I get it.
It got so many different countries on that continent. So many different tribes in that continent.
Right.
That you have to have somewhere that you're from. So it's like, where are you then?
There's a DNA test where you can figure that out.
Yeah, but I'm always mad skeptic of those.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
You know what I mean?
It is
how,
a lot,
how
a lot
accurate
of stuff.
are
Yeah,
those?
because it's like the crazy thing with that. If you go to, I seen a dude. He did a thing where he went to like 2 different ones that do like DNA testing.
Right.
He went to 2 different places and he had 2 different results.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
So it kind of shows some of the flaws and going back in the sense of you trying to. It's hard like to trace it that far back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The further you start going back, it get sketchy.
Yeah.
You know understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day, now we just at a point where what do we say?
Right.
Yeah.
How do
You know
you
what I'm
tie that into your verses? Like, how do you tie that into your writing? And your
If you listen to like a record like Superflexing,
right?
If you listen to the verse, you know what I'm saying, because people always just pay attention to the funny quotes or the things that they feel is that just stick out. Mm-hmm. I don't understand that myself. That's why they're there as far as the writing process. But if you actually listen to the verse, it mentioned like Bible verses and things like that, like Psalms 82 chapter 6. You know what I'm saying, where it tells you that all ye men or all ye gods, right, and all ye children of the Most High and stuff like that. These are all teachings from like different, just different lessons. Like that's direct quote from the Bible, but it is used properly. It's mainly used by 5%ers. You know what I'm saying, the nation of gods and earth. You know what I'm saying. So if you know anything about that, when I quote it, then you would know. Where that comes from.
And what the message
and what it really
To
means.
say to
right, you know what I'm saying? Because I always propose that you are the master of your own destiny and you are here to make your own situation right. You understand what I'm saying? Because we have the popular notion that I think it's a misconceived notion that there's somebody in the sky deciding factors for people, making people do shit or not having shit done for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, not to knock anybody in their religion, because I respect everybody and everything that they do. But we do things like this. If it's a terrible car accident that occurs, right? And everybody in the car dies, right? We'll say, thank God I didn't die. Right? But then at the same time, the flip side of that, if you really think about it, is this. God is the one who supposedly makes things happen. So do you say, damn, God, why you killed all these people? Why you couldn't just do it another way?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's always you know what I'm saying? We never really look at the flip side of the same statement. You know what I'm saying, that we make. So we attribute things to something outside of ourselves instead of, you know what I'm saying, like a person may work hard. You might have fucking put 40,000 applications in, went to school, bust your ass, and you got a job, and then you said, "Oh, thank God I got the job." No, you did that. That wasn't nobody else doing that for you. You shit. Motherfucker, all them student loans, nigga, took out. You know what I'm saying? Sally Mae owing that bread. You feel me?
Yeah.
Sally Mae went on that dope from you and shit. And they robbing you. You like, damn, I'm out here busting my ass. Working myself to my damn bones. You know what I'm saying? You got people out here taking college students taking Adderall just to stay up and shit, trying to write 40 papers and shit. You know what I'm saying? A 40-page paper. You know what I'm saying? And shit, and you gonna get a credit to somebody else. That shit like Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a mother in her house. She done went to work and did everything she could possibly do to buy some damn gifts, and they gonna say some fat guy jumped down a chimney that she don't have because she live in the projects. Came in there and gave the kids some damn gifts. That don't even make sense. Like, fucking take my credit and shit. I want mine. You feel me? Like, I want all my props and praises.
I mean, but you definitely do deserve the props and praises, because I did notice a video on your social media. For those of you who don't know, if you're not following Manolo Rose on Instagram, it's at Manolo_Rose.
Right.
There was a video of you, and you were helping the homeless.
Right, yeah.
So do you want to speak about that and maybe how that kind of ties in with the God that's
you know,
within
well,
you?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me personally, like, I just look at things in the sense, like, you know, and the funny thing about that video, if you see the video, you could tell, like, it was filmed with somebody walking up on us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because it was like, because it's not something that I would really want to broadcast. It's not something to really put out there and shit. But it was like, he did it, and then he was like, you know, people need to see shit like this, bro. And I was like, you know, you're right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is something that, you know, that we just do.
Right.
You know, this is this is not my first time doing it. You know what I'm saying? This is something I've done numerous times in different places that I've been. You know, and that was all because I had went past him, and the guy was like, you know, he was asking for money and stuff like that. And I was like, well, you know, I kind of, you know, I brushed him off in a sense, and I kind of felt bad myself. So I was like, you know, let me just go, and, you know what I'm saying, came back, got him some food. I bought like boxes of pizzas and stuff like that for them, and I seen some of them, you know, they, you know, had like the shirts was already dirty, you know, from being out there holding shit. So I gave them a bunch of shirts and stuff like that too. So
High five to you.
Yeah,
I just felt kind of like sad just now when you started talking about that, but I think it's great what you did. That's obviously that speaks to your character. I mean, you're intellectual. You read. You're helping other people. There's a lot of things that, you know, people. There's more to you than just your music.
Yeah.
And people could get lost in, you know, your lyrics and your sound, and just that it's, you know, all the 808s. But there's still a lot more to you than just that.
Yeah, definitely. You know, because it's a bunch of things that I want to do. It's a bunch of things that I'm doing, you know, right now. So, you know, if you follow me, you'll see, you know what I mean, everything that's going on, and all of the great things that we're trying to, you know, do and put together, and, you know, not just for myself, but just for my community at large.
Now, are you also giving back in the rap culture? Because I know that's a big, huge thing for a lot of mainstream artists. When they make it to a certain point, they always turn back and give back to the underground culture.
Right.
Smack is a big thing
definitely.
in the underground rap game. So, are you doing anything in that?
Yeah, you know, like for instance, like Sue Surf, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to
huge
Surf.
right now.
Yeah, you know, shout out to Surf, you know what I mean, the battle culture. You know, that's my man, you know what I mean? So we link up all the time. We like do, you know, sometimes we do a ton of shows together, and then sometimes, like, you know, we just call one another like whenever and just like, you know, what's going on, what you doing, you know? So it's a thing of it's a thing like, cause you can't see when you try to, a lot of times when you try to help everybody, you end up helping nobody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you have to try to, like, you know, do as much as you can, but at the same time, you know, just not spread yourself so thin where, you know, it's wearing on you as well. You know what I mean? So
right. Are you involved with anybody else in the smack culture? I mean, Dot Mob is getting up there, you know.
Yeah, you know, shout out to Mook. You know what I'm saying? Mook, my man. You know what I mean? That's my man. You know, whenever we see each other, there's always love. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to Mav Hoffa as well. Whenever we see each other, you know, we ran into each other recently. That's my homie, you know what I'm saying? Like, we chop it up and kick it when we see each other. But for the most part, I really mess with Surf. Like, that's really, like, my real friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, we fuck around and go bowling together, shit like that.
Yeah. You trying to do any projects with them or anything? Especially Sue Surf. I mean, speaking of
we have a
Surf,
record done.
Speaking of Sue Surf, I mean, I know y'all both in the running for the XXL.
Oh, the XXL, yeah. Shout out to Surf. I hope you get it. Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Like, me and him, we have like a record on his project that's already done called God. That's dope. You know, we gonna work on definitely a bunch of stuff, because our stuff is like, it could be done whenever. You know what I'm saying? Because we like always be around each other. You know what I'm saying? And we call each other just for normal shit, like, you know, what's going on. Right. You know what I mean? With your day type of convo. You know what I mean? So, you know, it ain't nothing with me and him. So it's cool. Like, that's definitely going to be done. It's definitely going to get done.
Yeah, speaking of the XXL thing, do you see yourself in competition with anyone there, or more better yet, do you see somebody being more of a threat?
I mean, not necessarily so. Like, because I'm gonna be honest. Like a lot of the people that are so-called up for the running of the XXL haven't done half of the things that I've done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the list was kind of. We
wacky.
looked at the list. It was all over the place.
You know what I'm saying?
It was like why?
The category.
Yes,
Like they put so many random people together. I don't understand what XXL is doing.
Because and at the end of the day, it's like, see, you gotta see. It's certain things that go on inside of this stuff. You know what I mean? It's backdoor deals being done and things like that.
Why is Quentin Miller on there? What does he have to do with?
Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it's all honesty. Like Quentin Miller, my homie, but he'll tell you himself like he's trying to get his stuff out there and stuff and so on.
Yeah, he mentioned his song.
Not to discredit him, but it's just you have all these people who are rapping, who have music out, and then I don't really know here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
Like, and the only thing I know in my mind that he's affiliated with is just industry beef.
Right.
So it's like it didn't make sense, but
anyway. And a lot of that goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have a situation where it's like, okay, cool. XXL might have a relationship with people at Atlantic, right?
Right.
And they go, okay, cool, we got this deal. We got this relationship with the people at Atlantic, and Atlantic want us to put their new artist on there to help him springboard his career. Yeah. And then they went on the back end, he would do whatever we need him to do. So he might do a ton of XXL shows for free. And then
I hope that you do well with your nomination.
Right. I hope so.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I seen PNB on there. I was like, who do I vote? No.
I saw Joy and Lucas. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, PNB on there. Shout out to PNB. You know what I'm saying? We did some work together as well. You know what I'm saying? I worked on the No Time record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I ain't got no time.
Well, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I worked on that.
Record.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She bumps that in the car. Like, I know all the words, too.
I
she plays it so much.
Like, listen, when I like a record, because I know what it takes to put into make good music. So when I hear music I like, I'm like, no, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play it again. Yeah. I'm going to play it again. All right, I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play it. I definitely support music that I like. So.
Yeah, definitely. We have you realized that's me on the ad-libs? Have you realized?
Is it really?
Yeah, that's me saying no time. That's me. Right. See, that's me on the ad-libs, yeah. If you noticed, I had worked on like the writing process for it as well. So. Yeah.
Okay. And just real quick, because just because of time, I want you to be able to talk about your projects, your music, and what you have that your fans can look forward to. Like Soul of a Rose. Let's talk like your current stuff. What you're working on.
Right now, we working on a project right now called Soul of a Rose. That's going to drop real soon.
How soon is real soon?
It's like it's done. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we just wanted to make sure it's done properly and it's done right. You know what I'm saying? Like we in conversations with a lot of people right now. We just trying to make it right. Once this paperwork and stuff like that go through, then it's gonna be done.
Okay. And you had a feature on Yellow Tape. I was at the listening. Yeah. Shout out to Mano and Uncle Murda. Yeah. I was there. I was listening to them. I was at their listening party, and I heard they said they shouted you out. They had and listen, Uncle Murda he's very like direct. If he has a bad thing to say, he's gonna say it. If he has a good thing to say, he's gonna say it. He had nothing. Good things to say about you. He's like, yo, at the end of the day, if we're all from Brooklyn, we can come together and just do it. And so I heard the song and I actually like it.
Yeah. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The tape is dope. You know what I'm saying? If people haven't heard it, I think you should go out there and listen to it. But shout out to them. Like, cause with them, it's so funny because they used to people like. Dragging their feet and like taking forever to send them records and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But with me, Mano just like, yo, you think you could come on this XYZ day? And I was like, all right, whatever. So, I just came up there. He like, damn, you early and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, and then he just like, I'm gonna just run through some beats or whatever, and then you do whatever. And then, we put on a bunch of beats. Okay. And, it don't take me long to come up with a song. So I probably did that shit in like 5 minutes, and then he just was like, "Oh, that's it," and I was like, "All right," and we bounced.
You've been watching him on Money and Violence. He's pretty good.
Yo, let me tell you something. He kind of shocked me because, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying? I watch every time I look at Money and Violence, I be like, damn, some of the acting on it is like shitty. But my son Murder was kind of alright. I was shocked. Like I'm like, nah, that nigga, my son could really act. Yeah. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Money, all the dudes at Money and Violence. It's getting better. Like it looked better. You know what I'm saying? I think that if I was them, what I would do, I'd just send everybody to take some acting courses. You know what I'm saying? And tighten it up crazy.
Always
so my shit be TV ready. You feel me? Had
no,
my shit on HBO. You know what I mean? Or to get my shit TV ready. You feel me? So I think at the same time, you know, it's a very, very great thing, you know, see dudes from the hood really like doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like dudes from Brooklyn per se, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Brooklyn native, you know what I'm saying? Just to see them like doing something, you know, very positive. And it's uplifting because if you notice, there's a ton of people trying to do the same type of show. So that really showed, it made people feel like, shit, I could try to do my own shit, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, big fan of Money and Violence, man, for real.
Okay, and is there anything that you just want to leave your fans with, your listeners with, just things, anything at all that you want to?
Well, yeah, you know, I just want everybody to pay attention to everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, it's bigger than the music. You know what I'm saying? There's other things that's gonna go on. You know what I'm saying? That I'm gearing up for. You know what I'm saying? I just know and understand certain things take time. You know what I mean? And as long as you rock with me and you stay with me, and you know what I'm saying, come down this path with me, then you know what I'm saying, we're gonna go somewhere great. You know, not just for myself but for everybody else at the same time.
Okay, and you all heard it from Mr. Manolo Rose yourself. I'm Valerie V with Yvette Monet and Simone, and you're tuned to The Remedy. Thank you for rocking out with us for this hour with this exclusive with Manolo and our DJ L that kept us here the whole time. And we hope you tune back in next Monday. Thank you.
Summertime shootouts, the Wild West. Brand new kicks and white tees, my style fresh. Talking fly to every shorty walking by, she could get it.
Hey.